I'm on a mission to reverse my age. But when I talk about this to my friends or the people whom I know or people who watch my videos, they come up with some kind of a question, which is, what do you mean you want to reverse your age? To them, it looks funny, impossible, unnecessary, or outrightly silly. But I have my own opinion about it, and I have got my own reason for saying that I would like to reverse my age. And what does it really mean? It means that I am 65 years now, but I'm hoping that with the effort I'm putting in to do the things which I'm doing, I would probably, in due course, maybe in a year or so, will be back to what I was 20 or 25 years ago, something like 40 years old. I may not look like a 40 years old, but I would be physically, emotionally, and mentally, or cognitively, like a 40 years old man. But what's the reason for all this? There has to be a reason for this as to why I want to do it. Not many people are into this kind of a game, which I am in. The reason is just one broad reason, and then the rest of them they just follow from there. The broad reason is our wish to be able to live independently from now till such time I die. And on an average in Australia, most people are living up to 85. So I have 20 years or maybe 30 years at the least to live. And those people who die at 85 or 90, they're not the ones who are trying to reverse their age backwards to 40. If they do it, possibly they could probably live longer. But I'm not contesting that part of the story. What I'm saying is from now till such time I die, like about 85 or 90, about 25 years from now, I should be able to live independently. And what is independent living after all? It involves a lot of things. First and foremost, which I consider as independent living is I should be able to earn a living. That is, I should be able to run the business which I'm running now or run the charities which I want to run and make a living on a daily basis or a monthly basis, just as any 40 years old person does. So that I can do all those things which anybody would normally do. Buy a house, buy a new car, save money, do anything which is possible for a human being to do. But I don't want to be in a situation where from now onwards till the age of 85 or 90 I'm slowly declining and slowly I accept the situation that I'm in on a wheelchair after some time, then somebody is taking me for shopping and then I'm able to not move about, and then I go into the hospice and off I go. No, I wish to be able to do everything which I have been doing till now, not even now, like 20 years ago, which I was able to do. I want to start doing those things once again. And to be able to do that, you need to get back to that form. I need to make a living. That was the first thing which I told you. I should be able to do all the things in my house which I do now or I did when I was young. I should be able to do all those things: cleaning, cooking, gardening, shopping, meeting people, socializing. Should be able to do that. I live half the time here and half the time in India, so I need to travel a lot. I should be able to travel independently. Be able to lift my suitcase as a young person, change flights from one to the other, travel intercontinent, be able to adjust to the new and changes in timings, the weather, the climate, all kinds of stuff. And then there are many other things which come with independent living. You would notice that a lot of people who are in their 60s or 70s, they need some kind of a support for almost every other thing. Go to a doctor, they need somebody to help them out. Go for shopping, somebody has to take them for shopping when they are about 80 plus. They're struggling to walk, they're struggling to do things in their house. They need to have a monitor on them to be able to say, okay, I've fallen down, I've fallen up, I'm asleep, I'm not, all kind of stuff. So I want to be able to do things independently, and I have my own definition for it. And for that reason, I want to be able to reverse my age. The other thing is that if you accept your situation as of now, or if I accept my situation as I am now, like 65, and accept that it's going to decline with every passing year, it means I'll soon be dependent on the doctor or medication or some kind of a intervention by the doctors or some other support staff. I don't want that. And if you don't want that, you got to put in the effort so that your body, that is your bones, your heart, your lungs, your digestive system, your cognitive ability, all that remains fresh as. And all that requires effort. As I said in the beginning, I want to be able to make a living. So I run a small aviation business, which is small, but it requires effort. It requires 24/7 attendance as a business owner. It has got its own ups and downs. It needs dealing with emergencies, it needs dealing with staff, it needs dealing with new technology which keeps coming in. So to be able to absorb new technology, you need this brain ticking very well. To be able to work from 7 in the morning to 7 in the evening, you need this physical strength. To be able to interact with all kinds of customers, you need the ability to communicate with them and understand what they do. So for all these reasons, I wish to reverse my age. I'm sure the efforts which I'm putting in are going to work in some form. And I've already started seeing some results, not huge, but in 6 months they are significant if you look in the short term. But if I say in the long term, let's say about 2 years from now, I should be where I want to be. I've already started feeling pretty good. My physical ability has gone up. I'm started to learn new things like this, using this camera, using this software to edit these videos, to be able to upload into the social media where these various options are. I'm already starting to expand my business, take on new technology, new kind of aeroplanes. So all this requires me to be up and alert. If I just let it go and I just retire and sit back, soon I would not be able to do any of these things. And on an emotional front, I want to be there when my grandkids, who are just about 3 years old or 2 years old now, another 25, 30 years time, when they become adults, when they get married, I want to be able to jump in and dance like anybody else. And if I'm not fit enough, it will be impossible. I will be in a wheelchair or maybe already dead. I don't want to miss that opportunity. And then there is one other very significant issue, but not many people really understand that as of now, and that is the technology, or you can say the medical field, is changing so rapidly that in 30 years' time, there will be so many options available for people who are old that unless you are at some stage where those options can be exercised, you got to be really, really fit or slightly better than the average person of that age. So to be able to tap into those things, you got to keep at it, and to be able to keep at it, you got to first get back to a physical shape or a mental shape, which was like 30 years ago. And if you can do that, then even if you're declining as normal, it means another 30 years time, I'll be just about 70, although I'm 65 now, if you just keep your calculations correct. Looks funny, isn't it? It is funny to some people. To me also it seemed funny when I started about 6 months ago, but now I'm totally convinced that's possible. Just to give you a simple example, 6 months ago I could hardly run 4 kilometers. Now I run a marathon, like a half marathon every weekend. I just don't think twice about it. After this video I'm going to record, it's almost sunset now, but the moment I finish this, I'm just going to go and run 10 kilometers. You think it's possible? If you think it's possible, just try. Let's all get together.